Sean Diddy Combs entered the courtroom with the poise and confidence of a seasoned businessman. He wore a sharp, tailored suit, dark sunglasses, and an expression that gave away nothing. Despite the media storm swirling around him, he exuded control. People watched him closely, sensing that something big was about to happen. The room was thick with tension. Reporters, spectators, and legal teams could feel the weight of anticipation. Diddy nodded politely to his legal team and took his seat with a straight back. He appeared unbothered by the chaos that had erupted in the press over the last few weeks. But his calm demeanor was just a mask, and those who were paying close attention could sense the crack beneath the surface. As the judge called the courtroom to order, an unexpected twist changed everything. The prosecution introduced new audio evidence, an unreleased clip from 50 Cent's upcoming Netflix documentary. As the recording played, the room went silent. It was Diddy's voice, jokingly suggestive, talking about going shopping with another man, offering to pay, and making casual, yet strangely personal comments. On paper, the words didn't seem criminal, but within the context of the current allegations surrounding Diddy, allegations of toxic behavior and manipulation, they sounded different. They felt more revealing. The courtroom atmosphere shifted instantly. Some gasped. Others exchanged shocked looks. Reporters began typing furiously, aware that this moment would dominate headlines. Even Diddy's own legal team seemed caught off guard. Diddy, at first, stared straight ahead. No emotion, but the tension in his jaw grew obvious. His hands gripped the table harder. Then it happened, he snapped. He stood up, shouting at the judge, claiming the audio was taken out of context, yelling that 50 Cent had manipulated it. The judge called for order. His attorneys rushed to calm him down. But the damage was done. His calm, cool persona had crumbled before everyone's eyes. This wasn't a random leak. It was a calculated move. 50 Cent had long been one of Diddy's harshest critics. From diss tracks to social media jabs, their beef had been public for nearly 2 decades. But this documentary wasn't just about airing grievances. It was a strategic, well-timed strike. By dropping explosive revelations at the peak of Diddy's legal troubles, 50 Cent ensured maximum impact. As the producer and narrator, he used his documentary not only to entertain, but to expose what he believed were long-hidden truths about Diddy's behavior. The audio wasn't just damning, it was specific. It revealed Diddy making comments that crossed professional boundaries, jokes about going shopping with men, and playful innuendos that, in isolation, might seem harmless. But with serious allegations hanging over his head, the recording seemed to confirm what many had only whispered about. The courtroom was forced to take the recordings seriously. They weren't just hearsay anymore. They were evidence. Social media exploded. Hashtags trended. Memes flooded Twitter and Instagram. Fans and critics alike weighed in. Some defended Diddy, claiming the audio was taken out of context. Others were shocked, disappointed, even betrayed. The scandal wasn't just playing out in court. It was dominating public conversation. Major news outlets replayed the audio. Podcasts analyzed every word. TikTokers made reaction videos. The situation had become more than a trial. It was a spectacle. Fellow artists reacted too. Some quietly distanced themselves from Diddy. Others showed support, unsure of the full context. The music industry, often protective of its elite, found itself caught in the storm. For years, Diddy had been untouchable. Now, even his peers were reconsidering. The fallout wasn't limited to public opinion. Business deals began to stall. Endorsements were paused. Publicists scrambled to contain the damage. Prosecutors used the audio to frame a narrative, a pattern of behavior. Diddy's words weren't just inappropriate. They were part of a bigger story. Testimonies, previous allegations, and now the audio painted a picture of someone who operated in a space without boundaries. The defense team struggled. Their argument that the audio was taken out of context didn't hold much weight. The clarity and tone of the clip made it hard to spin. Every media outlet ran the story, from TMZ to CNN. The headlines were bold. Diddy snaps in court as shocking audio plays. 50 Cent's documentary turns up the heat in legal battle. Behind the scenes of hip-hop's most explosive rivalry, public fascination with the case reached new heights. This wasn't just celebrity gossip anymore. It was a legal and cultural moment. Diddy built a legacy on music, fashion, and entrepreneurship. But now, that legacy was in question. The trial, and the audio, had shaken public perception. For fans, it raised difficult questions. For critics, it confirmed long-held suspicions. Whether Diddy would recover from this was unclear, but one thing was certain: he would never be seen the same way again. The animosity between Diddy and 50 Cent began in the mid-2000s. Diss tracks, interviews, and social media jabs kept the fire burning. But 50 Cent always seemed to be waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And with this documentary, he found it. The beef wasn't just personal, it was strategic. 50 Cent used the power of media to expose what he saw as hidden truths. And in doing so, he reshaped the narrative around one of hip-hop's most powerful figures. The trial is ongoing, and the fallout is far from over. But one thing is clear: this isn't just about Diddy's legal battles. It's about power, legacy, and accountability in the entertainment industry. And thanks to 50 Cent's calculated timing, the world is watching more closely than ever.